Have you ever noticed how some of the most profound truths in life are also the simplest? They're the ideas that, once you hear them, feel so obvious you wonder why you didn't see them all along. That was the genius of Jim Rohn. He didn't invent some secret, complicated formula for success. Instead, he took the timeless principles of life, cause and effect, discipline, personal responsibility, and he polished them until they shone. He made common sense unforgettable. For millions around the world, including me, his voice became a guidepost, a steady signal in the noise of everyday life. He was a master at cutting through complexity and getting to the core of building an extraordinary life. Jim Rohn's story is a testament to his philosophy. He wasn't born into wealth or privilege, a farm boy from Idaho, drifting through his 20s. He had a job and a family, but he was broke and frustrated. Then he met his mentor, Earl Schoff, who asked, "How come you're not doing better?" That question ignited a fire. It forced Rohn to stop blaming his circumstances and start looking at his personal philosophy. Over the next few years, he transformed himself. He became a student of life, devouring books, practicing new disciplines, and fundamentally changing his thinking. From struggling employee to self-made millionaire, that was only the beginning. He found his lessons resonated with others. He shared his insights with small groups, then packed auditoriums and eventually millions through books and recordings. What made his message stick? Not hype or flashy promises. It was plain language and relatable stories. He spoke about life like a farmer talks about the land. Plant the seed, tend the soil, respect the seasons to reap a harvest. His material endures because it's not about fleeting trends or hacks. It's about fundamentals. Your life is the result of the person you choose to become. Discipline isn't punishment. It's the bridge between goals and accomplishments. Wealth isn't a mystery. It's simple, consistent habits. Jim Rohn gave a blueprint, not a get-rich-quick scheme, but a blueprint for a rich life. Purpose, financial freedom, deep fulfillment. And that blueprint is what we're going to unpack today. A complete system for transformation. It's easy to find a Jim Rohn quote online. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Either you run the day or the day runs you. These are powerful statements, nuggets of pure gold. But the real magic isn't in the single quotes. It's in the system that connects them all. His teachings aren't a random collection. They're an integrated, coherent philosophy for life design. Each piece fits together like parts of an engine. When you understand the system, quotes become a step-by-step action plan. The system rests on an unshakable foundation, your personal philosophy. Your philosophy is the root cause of everything in your life. Rohn said, "If you don't like the fruit you are harvesting, you don't argue with the fruit. You have to go back and examine the root. The fruit is your results, your health. The fruit is your results, your relationships. The fruit is your results, your bank account. The root is your philosophy, beliefs you hold. The root is your philosophy, standards you live by. The root is your philosophy, choices you make every single day." This is where meaningful change begins. It's not about changing circumstances. It's about changing yourself. Decide you will no longer settle for less than you can be. From that core, other principles flow naturally. If philosophy is the root, discipline is the water and sunlight. Discipline is compounding. Every disciplined effort yields multiple rewards. Goals aren't just targets. They're tools that reshape identity and pull you forward. Time management isn't being busy. It's being in charge and aligning daily actions to your vision. Your environment, the people you associate with, are active forces shaping your destiny. Design them with intention. This system connects it all. It shows how to build a philosophy that serves you. It gives tools to practice disciplines that create momentum. It provides a framework for setting goals that change you. Managing time effectively, designing an empowering environment, building wealth by a plan. It's a holistic model that addresses money, your business, your health, your happiness. In this deep dive, we won't just admire quotes. We're going to assemble the machine. We'll build Jim Rohn's complete system for wealth and life, piece by powerful piece. One of Jim Rohn's most powerful metaphors was about the set of the sail. He would say that the same wind blows on us all. The wind of disaster. The wind of opportunity. The wind of change. It's not the blowing of the wind that determines our destination, but the set of our sail. That sail is your personal philosophy. It's the way you choose to think, the ideas you allow to take root in your mind, the perspective you bring to every challenge and every opportunity. Two people can face the exact same setback: a business failure, a health crisis, an economic downturn, and end up in completely different places. Why? Because one set their sail to catch the wind and use it, while the other let the wind tear their ship apart. Your philosophy is the operating system running in the background of your life. It dictates your decisions, your reactions, and your emotional state, often without you even consciously thinking about it. Are you a person who believes that life happens to you or for you? Do you see problems as permanent roadblocks or as temporary puzzles waiting to be solved? Do you believe your potential is fixed, or that you can grow and expand your capabilities through effort? These aren't just abstract questions. The answers you live by are shaping your reality every single moment. They determine whether you see an obstacle as a reason to quit or a reason to get stronger. Your personal philosophy is the ultimate cause, and your life is the effect. This is why chasing hacks and shortcuts is so often a recipe for disappointment. A new productivity app, a different morning routine won't create lasting change if the underlying philosophy remains broken. It's like putting premium fuel in a car with a faulty engine. You might get a short burst of performance, but eventually the core problem will bring you to a halt. Rohn taught that true, sustainable transformation begins at the deepest level. It's not about finding a new trick, it's about becoming a new person. You have to start by examining the fundamental beliefs that guide you. You have to get honest about the software you're running and decide if it's truly designed to get you where you want to go. The beautiful thing is, you have total control over the set of your sail. You can't control the economy. You can't control what other people do. And you can't control the inevitable storms of life. But you can control your philosophy. You can choose what you read, who you listen to, and what ideas you decide to accept as your truth. You can consciously and deliberately build a philosophy of resilience, of optimism, of personal responsibility, and of continuous growth. This is the first and most critical step in designing an extraordinary life. It's the decision to stop being a passive passenger, tossed about by the winds of circumstance, and to become the captain of your own ship, setting your sail with intention toward your chosen destination. Jim Rohn had a simple, agricultural way of explaining this core principle that is impossible to forget. He'd say, if you don't like the fruit, don't argue with the fruit. It's a waste of time and energy. If the apples are small and bitter, you don't get angry at the apples. You don't blame them for their poor quality. That's insane, right? Yet, this is exactly what most people do with their lives. They complain about their results. They complain about their paycheck. They complain about their health. They complain about their relationships. They are constantly arguing with the fruit, but the fruit is just an outcome. It's the end product. The problem isn't the fruit, the problem is the root. The root system of your life is your personal philosophy. It's the collection of knowledge, beliefs, and experiences that nourish everything you do. If your root system is shallow, pulling from soil that is poor in nutrients, filled with blame, cynicism, limiting beliefs, what kind of fruit can you possibly expect? You'll get the fruit of frustration, mediocrity, and disappointment. You can't expect a harvest of abundance, joy, if you have planted the seeds of scarcity. Fear. The quality of your life is a direct reflection of the quality of your thinking. The outside world is a mirror that shows you what's going on inside. If you want to change what you see in the mirror, you don't fix the mirror, you fix yourself. So, how do you change the root? You start by feeding it a new diet. You have to consciously introduce new ideas, new perspectives, new information into your mind. This is an active process, not a passive one. It means turning off the mindless entertainment and the constant stream of negativity from the news. It means picking up books that challenge your thinking. It means listening to audio programs, podcasts from people who have achieved the results you desire. It means attending seminars, surrounding yourself with ideas that expand your sense of what's possible. You are literally changing the soil in which your philosophy grows, replacing the toxic waste with rich, fertile nutrients. This process is about being a deliberate student of life. Don't just drift through your days absorbing whatever comes your way. Be an aggressive seeker of knowledge and wisdom. Jim Rohn was famous for his library. He understood that books were a gateway to the minds of the most successful people in history. He taught that you could have a conversation with a wise philosopher, or a brilliant entrepreneur just by opening a book. Every new idea you plant in your mind is like adding a new, healthy root that can draw in more nourishment. Over time, as you continue this process, you will build a deep, strong, and powerful root system. And when that happens, the quality of your fruit will change automatically. Section 1. The 70-30 Rule. Your Blueprint for Fortune. Jim Rohn made the complex subject of money incredibly simple. Building wealth wasn't about secret investments or a genius-level IQ. It was about discipline and having a plan. He famously said, "Work full-time on your job and part-time on your fortune. Your job pays the bills, but the part-time effort, consistent discipline, is what makes you wealthy." Most people have no plan at all. They earn money, they spend it, and they hope there's something left over at the end of the month. That is a formula for financial anxiety and struggle. The rich think differently. They save and invest first, then they spend what's left. Rohn's practical plan, the 70-30 rule. After taxes, live on 70% of take-home pay. This 70 covers your housing, food, clothes, entertainment, basically your entire lifestyle. It requires discipline and conscious choices. Maybe drive your car longer or pack your lunch instead of buying it. That discipline builds the financial muscle to create fortune. The remaining 30% is where the magic happens. 30% isn't leftover money. It's the seed corn for your future. Allocate it with purpose. The 30 is split into 3 equal streams. First 10%, giving, charity. Rohn believed in the law of circulation. Giving 10% trains an abundance mindset. It tells your subconscious you have more than enough. It starts a flow of goodwill back to you. Giving prevents money from controlling you. Second 10%, capital investment, your fortune-building account. Use it to buy assets that grow, stocks, real estate, investing in a business. This is the money that works for you 24/7. It's your path to financial freedom. Final 10%, savings, your safety net and opportunity fund. For emergencies so you avoid debt and to have cash ready to seize opportunities. This 70-10-10-10 plan is a complete financial philosophy on one page. Not complicated, consistent application unlocks the door to wealth. For all his teachings on wealth and achievement, Jim Rohn was crystal clear about one thing. Money is not the ultimate goal. Money is a tool. It's an enabler. It gives you options and the power to make a bigger impact, but it is not the destination itself. The true aim, he taught, is to design and live the good life. This wasn't some vague, abstract concept for him. The good life was a masterpiece you create by consciously paying attention to several key areas at once. It's a life that is rich in experience, relationships, and meaning, not just in dollars. He saw too many people who won the game of money only to realize they had lost at the game of life. They had a fat bank account but a bankrupt soul. Rohn's vision of the good life was holistic. He emphasized that you can't just focus on your career and let your health fall apart. You can't build a business empire at the expense of your most precious relationships. It requires a balanced and intentional approach. He often spoke of the essentials that make up a well-lived life. Vibrant health and energy, deep and loving relationships with family and friends, a sense of purpose and productivity, the cultivation of your spiritual side. A life rich in these areas is the true definition of wealth. The paycheck is simply one vehicle to help you experience and enhance these other, more vital parts of your existence. What good is a mansion if you don't have the health to enjoy it or the people to share it with? This is why you must regularly step back and take a full inventory of your life, not just your finances. Rohn encouraged people to constantly ask themselves, what does the good life look like for me? It's a deeply personal question. Your definition of a good life might be different from anyone else's. Maybe it involves traveling the world, or maybe it involves being deeply rooted in your local community. Perhaps it means mastering a musical instrument, learning a new language, or dedicating your time to a cause you believe in. The key is to define it for yourself in vivid detail across all the important areas. Don't let society's definition of success become a trap that keeps you from pursuing what truly makes you feel alive. The pursuit of the good life is an active, creative process. It's about designing a life you actually love living, day in and day out. It means scheduling time for your health just as you would schedule a business meeting. It means being as intentional about nurturing your relationships as you are about growing your investments. It means understanding that the ultimate expression of your life isn't the size of your house, but the size of your joy, your contribution, and your peace of mind. Money is a wonderful servant, but a terrible master. By focusing on the holistic vision of the good life, you put money in its proper place, as a powerful tool to help you build a life of true, lasting fulfillment. As we've journeyed through the world of Jim Rohn, we've seen that his wisdom is not a collection of disconnected tips or motivational quotes. It is a complete, integrated system for life design, a powerful blueprint for turning your potential into reality. If you were to condense his entire philosophy onto a single page, it would be a roadmap that begins with the most fundamental principle of all: taking full and complete responsibility for your life. It is the decision to stop blaming circumstances and to recognize that while you can't control the wind, you are always in command of the set of your sail. This single shift from victim to creator is the starting point for everything else that follows. From that foundation of responsibility, the next step is to consciously build your personal philosophy. This is the root system that determines the quality of the fruit your life will bear. You must feed your mind with powerful, positive ideas from books, mentors, successful people. You must decide on your personal standards and refuse to tolerate mediocrity in your own behavior. This strong philosophy then fuels the next crucial step: practicing small, daily disciplines. Discipline is the master lever, the compounding force that turns your philosophy into action. It's the bridge that connects your dreams to your achievements, built one small, consistent effort at a time. With your philosophy and discipline in place, you must give them direction by setting clear, written goals. These goals are not just targets, they are magnets that pull you forward. To pursue these goals effectively, you must master your time and your priorities, learning to run the day instead of letting it run you. Simultaneously, you must become the architect of your environment, deliberately designing your associations and your information diet to support your growth, not hinder it. These external forces are too powerful to be left to chance. They must be curated with the same intention you apply to your goals and your schedule. Finally, this system provides a clear path for your finances and your ultimate happiness. You must run a money plan, like the 70-30 rule, to systematically build your fortune part-time while you work full-time on your job. And through it all, you must never lose sight of the ultimate prize: the pursuit of the good life. This means understanding that wealth is a tool to enhance your health, your relationships, and your sense of meaning. It's about honoring the seasons of life, knowing when to push with intensity and when to rest and recover. This 8-part blueprint is your guide, a proven system for moving from where you are to where you are truly capable of going. In the end, all of Jim Rohn's teachings, from philosophy to finances, boil down to a single, powerful moment of choice. It is the choice you make, perhaps for the first time, to truly engage with your own life. It is the decision to stop being a spectator, watching your life go by from the grandstands, and to get down on the field and play full out. It is the choice to stop wishing things were easier and to start working on becoming better. This choice doesn't require permission from anyone else. It doesn't depend on your background or your current circumstances. It depends only on you. It is a quiet, internal commitment to demand more from yourself and for yourself. This choice is the spark that ignites the entire engine of personal development. The moment you decide, truly decide, that you will no longer settle, everything begins to change. The books on your shelf suddenly look different. Some become urgent and necessary, others become irrelevant. The people you spend time with are seen through a new lens. Some become vital allies, others become anchors you must release. The way you spend your hours, from the moment you wake up, is infused with a new sense of purpose. The small disciplines no longer feel like chores, they feel like opportunities to build the future you have now chosen. Jim Rohn's legacy is not that he invented these principles. His genius was that he articulated them with such clarity and conviction that he made them impossible to ignore. He held up a mirror to our potential and challenged us to live up to what we saw. He gave us the language and the framework to understand that an extraordinary life is not a matter of luck. Choice, design, discipline. He showed us that the simple things, done consistently over time, lead to remarkable results. He reminded us of the timeless truth that the greatest rewards in life are reserved for those who are willing to work harder on themselves than on anything else. So, the question is not whether the system works. Millions of lives, transformed by these ideas, are a testament to its power. The only question that matters is the one he posed all those years ago. How come you're not doing better? Today, you have the answer. You have the blueprint. You have the tools. The greatest tribute you can pay to his wisdom is not just to admire it, but to apply it. Make the choice. Start with one small discipline. Read one page. Save $1. Make one call. Begin today to design and build your own version of the good life. Because as Jim Rohn would say, you can't change the destination overnight, but you can change the direction. And that changes everything.